With the legislature gearing up for what promises to be a contentious fight over water, the focus is now more than ever on conservation. With a story on water conservation on the High Plains, here's Bob Stobaugh.
David Ford's family began farming in the High Plains of Texas in 1946. Ford farms 11,000 acres with his brother and 2 sons north of Amarillo near Dumas. His primary concerns on the farm is the water that is needed to irrigate his corn, cotton, wheat, and hay, as well as the water needed to maintain his 250 head of cows and calves.
Things have considerably changed. When I came home from college, we were row watering, pumping a lot more water, and now we're 100% sprinklers, and cut that savings considerably.
Ford is able to quantify his savings with meters on his wells.
Here in the Texas Panhandle, in the North Plains Groundwater District, the rules are that with any new well we have to put a meter on. I've chosen to go ahead and put meters on all of my wells so that I know exactly how much I'm pumping out of each well each year per crop, so that I can keep a better handle on how much water I am using and be able to stay inside the guidelines and the rules that the water district has set up.
Ford follows state regulations using chemigation valves to prevent backflow. He also uses recommendations from both the sprinkler manufacturers as well as that of the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Natural Resources Conservation Service to determine his nozzle packages for efficiencies in water delivery.
We've helped David re-nozzle and lower some sprinkler nozzles and narrow the spacing on those sprinkler nozzles, and just to make them more efficient.
Well, NRCS they've got the capabilities of being able to tell us, how much our soil can take water-wise, how much water holding capacity it's got, how much you can put on before runoff, and that goes along with the amount of residue that we leave on the soil today. Another reason I went to the strip till, the conservation tillage here in the Panhandle, is that I've seen in my operation where I've basically cut my water usage about a third. Normally we were pumping 24 to 30 inches of water under conventional tillage. Now I can pretty well raise a crop on 20 inches of water. I've seen pretty much the elimination of pre-watering by leaving the residue on the soil. It does 2 things. Not only does it take care of the water holding capacity, it increases that. We also don't have the problem with wind erosion that we did when we were doing some conventional tillage. But like I say, in my operation, we're looking at saving the amount of water, roughly cutting it a third.
Most of the farmers up here have adopted some kind of minimum tillage, strip till or no-till system on their farms, and the basic thing is that we're trying to conserve water. A lot of our wells are dropping off, and it's a practice that cuts their water use, like David said, about a third.
Today in agriculture, we've got an awful lot of things that we're having to work with. There's things working against us, but if we take advantage of some of the programs that NRCS offers, programs that Texas Corn Producers offers, and information that we can get from both, I think it makes things considerably, it lets us have some of the tools we need to make decisions out here in the farming operations that are in the Texas Panhandle.